What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jimmy Mastery for another Baccarat session. Okay, the lighting might be a little dark in here today. I don't have a direct light over this, but I might be able to let some light in here. 1 second here. Let's see if I can let a little light in over here. Let's see. There's a little light. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, let me see what you guys can see here. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a little more light coming in. Not a lot, but a little. I still am working on the ceiling in this room. I'm gonna hang some lights and cameras and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, welcome back to another free tutorial of Baccarat, and this is Jimmy Mastery. If you would like some training on some of my strategies, go to jimmymastery.com. Right now, it's buy one get one free strategy. A lot of you guys send me emails saying, "Hey, I went to the website and I don't know what to do. I don't see anything that says buy one get one free." No, it won't say that. All you basically have to do, it doesn't end until January 2nd of 2026. So all you got to do when you're on there, select the one that you want to purchase. During your checkout, you'll see a special instruction box. It's just text. Just type in, "Hey, Jimmy, I would like my free one to be whatever," and then put the name of the title. And then when I receive the order, I always look for the special instruction. All right, today we're going to have, we've got 20 black, and we've got 20 green, okay? All right, so here we're going to get started. We're going to start with 2 on the player. Sweet Pea is in the room. Sweet Pea, what's up, man? Come say hi. Okay, we're going to have a 0 to a 7. So we're going to start off with the, oh, wait, that ain't over yet. That is not a natural 8 or 9, so we get one more card. It ain't over yet. Now it's over. Okay, so we're going to lose the first one. Okay, so let's put a player. There's your first shoe. Okay, so we're going to go a hundo. Let's go with the chop. Let's go with a chop. Now, while I'm playing today's episode, keep in mind I'm playing every hand. In the training, you're going to learn how to play only triggers. Okay, so we're going to get a natural 9. So we are going to go ahead and get 1 black unit. Okay, so we'll put that there, and we'll ask them for change. So they'll give us 4 green. So we'll put 2 and then replace our stack, our rack. So we're up 2 units, okay? And that was definitely a chop. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to stay with the chop right now. Let's go ahead and use the 2 units that were up on the chop. Okay, we have a 5 against the 2. We have an 8 against the 4. We're going to win. Okay, so now we're up 1 black unit and the chop is continuing. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stay with the chop. And we're going to put the whole thing on bank. I'm going to press the whole thing, okay? So this is the way that I'm going to recommend that you play. I want you to be aggressive in the beginning on profits. You have nothing to lose here. The worst that happens to you is you go back to square one. But you have a great opportunity here to be up 2 black units just like that, okay? So you have a 0. Okay, so you have a 5 against the 0. So the 5 is not going to hit. Where's my rules? I just want to make sure it's a face card, so I know that that's it. I don't need to check my rule for that one. but I do have some rules over there. Sometimes I do want to double check. Okay, so we're going to get a black unit there. Okay, so just like that, guys, we are 2 black units up. All right. The reason why that we didn't take a hit on the banker 5 was because the 3rd card for player was a 0. So there is no hit when this is a 0 on the 3rd card. Okay, so I don't need to check the rules for that one. All right, so we do get a chop again. So right now we have a great chop, 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 chop board, okay? And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now we want to modify our unit sizing. We want to do risk money management. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go with the chop on player, but we're only doing 1 green unit. We have a 4 against a 2. 4. They're going to have an 8, so we're going to lose there. So that's why we have our money management, and we're being very smart. Okay, so we have our first drop of the day of the shoe. Okay, all right. So in this particular case, we're going to go with the chop again, and we're going to bump it up to 2 green. Okay, we have a 2 against an 8. We're going to lose again. Okay, so we have a drop. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with the drop. All right, now here's what's pretty interesting. Watch what I do. So we are up on the session, 1 black, 1 green. Okay, so what we would normally do here is we would go for it again. Because we have 3 drops, we now have to respect this side. So we don't want to go with a chop. Okay, the chop could very well easily win. We don't know what side's going to win. I mean, we never know that. We're not psychics, okay? But we're going to go with the drop and go with the momentum, or we take it off completely and we wait for it to go to a chop as long as it takes. In this particular case, we're going to go with the drop. All right. Now, normally, I would go ahead and do the whole thing here. All right. But what we're going to do, what we've been doing, we're doing this with craps and we're doing this with Baccarat. I have a system called Jimmy's Way. And Jimmy's Way is a betting system. And the way that it works is when you are playing and you are losing, it's designed to not go up. It's designed not to go up when you're losing. Because from experience, what happens when you start to lose? You usually get into a streak of losing. And it just seems like sometimes you just keep losing and losing. And what do we do naturally? We try to force things when the momentum is going against us. And what do? We typically push bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, don't get me wrong. That's called laddering. You can call it martingaling. You can call it whatever you want. I call it laddering. Because my laddering is an intelligent way of laddering. It's not martingale where you just have no risk versus reward. You got to have a reward. So don't play a martingale with no reward. That's just crazy. But in this case, what we're going to do is we're actually going to stay at a unit, 1 green unit here, and we're going to just go with the side that has the momentum. We're just trying to chill out. We don't want to get into, if we do get into a bad losing streak, we don't want us to take away all our profits and put us down in the ditch. Okay? All right, so there's a 1 against the 3. This is going to remain a 1. And we're going to end up with a 9. Okay? So we were able to stop the bleeding. Sure, we didn't really gain a lot. We only gained 1 green unit. But it's perfectly fine. Okay? Now, we will go ahead and do the same unit again on the same one, on the same streak, okay? We don't need to go up or anything like that, all right? Now, it isn't a big deal if I go 2 here, because I do still have 1 black. So we'll go ahead and push it. We'll press it to 2 green, okay? Okay, we have a 4 for player, and we have an 8. So we are going to get the victory here. And we will get two green units here. Okay, so right now we're right back to where we were before, and we really didn't even go up. We only pressed 1 unit. That's it. That's all we pressed. Okay, now, in this particular spot, we'll just continue with only 1 unit. There's no reason for you to go any bigger than that in this particular situation, okay? You can't just expect every single time for it to just keep dropping. Sometimes it does for a while. There's a 5 against a 1. This is going to remain a 1, okay? And this is a 5. Okay, I'm going to double check, guys. Let me go grab my little rule thing I have over here. It should be on this desk anyway, guys. So the rule thing's important because I have on this channel, a lot of the viewers, I call them I've got the Baccarat police subscribers, okay? The Baccarat police subscribers. And I also have Craps police subscribers as well. Okay, so I'm going to say that we do not hit here, but let's double check just to make sure. Actually, I don't need to look because the 3rd card is a 0. Anytime that the 3rd card is a 0, you never hit. You never ever hit when it's a 0. So I didn't really need to take a look at that one, but I just want to make sure I'm okay. All right. All right, so we're good. And it does drop again. All right, so we're going to just keep going with that as long as it'll let us. Now, I'm not a professional dealer, okay? I'm a hell of a player, but I'm not a professional dealer. But I have learned a lot since my channel where I have to deal. You know, you don't realize how much you learn until you actually start dealing. And when you're actually dealing, you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. So you learn a lot. So it is a learning curve, but I'm at the point now where I'm like 98% correct. So I'm getting really good with the dealing. Hell, I'll be ready to be a dealer for a casino soon. All right, so we've got 5 to 5. So we're going to get a hit here. Ooh, that's going to be a 9. So that's not a natural. So the 5 is going to get a hit. If this is 3rd card is a 4, we do get a hit. And it's going to stay a 5. So we are going to lose that one. But once again, we only lose 1 green unit. So it doesn't even hurt us at all. All right. Now, this is an interesting situation, okay? So what happens here, there's 2 ways that you can attack this, all right? So you have, obviously, this is a chop, okay? A lot of you guys are looking back at what player did last time. I'm really more looking back at the percentage of the shoe. So I'm always focused on 25%, and then I'm focused on the next 25%, and then the next 25%, and then the next 25%. So there's 4 sections of 25%, or you could say 25, 50, 75, 100%, whatever you want to do. So a lot of you guys are going to look and say, wow, player hasn't dropped. So you're going to go with the chop here. And that's understandable, okay? Now, you can go ahead and play this to drop, or you could play this to chop. There really is no incorrect decision here. But what the training allows you to do, the Baccarat Total Package, is what you want to get to start off with. If you haven't taken any of my courses, that's the #1 training course that you need to get, is the Baccarat total package. Because in the training, what's going to happen is you're going to be taught about triggers. So you're not going to actually, you're going to find that you're going to win 33% more because you're not playing every single hand. There's a cool little structure that we do that you'll learn in that training, and you'll really appreciate it once you understand. So in this particular one, we're going to either do the drop or do the chop. I mean, obviously those are the only two options you have, so it's not really telling you a lot, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that there is no wrong decision here. The reason why, mathematically, one side is definitely going to drop eventually. You will see long runs with chop, 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 and there is no drop. So we're going to obviously go with the chop because we don't try to time the drop unless we've already played our triggers. In this particular case, because it's a tutorial for free, I'm not showing you triggers. So we're going to go and just run right into it with a real attempt on the chop. Some of you guys, that don't make a lot of sense, but those of you that got the Baccarat training, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to get an 8 on player, and we're going to have a 6 on bank. So we are going to lose, and that's why I did tell you that you are eventually going to be okay with taking those chances for one side to get that drop eventually. Mathematics usually will get the best of you. And it's most likely that eventually a side that's not dropping is going to drop. That's just common sense. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now that that is dropped, I really, really like banker here. I really, 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 really like banker here. As a matter of fact, I like banker so much, I'm going to go with 3 units here because I still have 1 black unit no matter what happens. This is the perfect opportunity for my situation right here. Win or lose, I will not regret this decision. Okay, we're going to have a 1 versus a 6. Now, what stinks about that 6 is it only gives you 50% of your total amount of units. That's the way my casino works. Okay, so that's going to be all she wrote, but we are only going to get half of that, unfortunately. Okay, so that is going to mean I'm going to just take 1 green, just like that, guys. So we're going to get 1 green and 2 red. Okay, so we do get that chop. That was one of those ones where I felt very comfortable with the outcome. Okay, all right. Now in this particular spot, I'm going to also go with the chop here. Okay, we're going to go with the chop. All right, here we go. We're going to go now with we're going to go with what we just received. So we just got 1 green, 2 red, and we're going to go ahead and go with the chop. Zero against the 7, and we have a 0. Okay, so we're going to give that back. All right, and that one is going to be a drop. All right. Now, once again, I also like the chop here. And what I'll do now is I'll go 2 on the chop, 2 green. We have a 3, we have a 7, we have a 5, and that's all she wrote. Okay, now we sense the losing streak happening, okay? We look at our situation, we're okay, we have a black, we have a green, we're still up, okay? Now we sense the losing streak happening. So what do? We just go with the momentum. on the winner, and we go with 1 unit. Okay, we have a 6 and a 6. That's going to be a tie. Okay. We have a 9 and a 0. Okay, so we have that losing streak happening, but we're preventing it to be a disaster. This is what a lot of you guys that are watching me right now are really starting to learn by watching these free tutorials. It does help you with your money management, your unit sizing. The unit sizing, I call it, it's just risk management is what it is. All right, so you have a chop. Okay, all right. Now, this is one that I'm very comfortable with on a chop. We are on a losing streak here. Okay, now with this one, I am willing to break even. So if I'm wrong this time, I will be willing to just start over. Okay, this is no big deal. I'm just going to go with the whole thing here. 1 black unit, and I am going to go on the chop. Okay, we have a 9 against the 6. Okay, so we're going to fail again. Okay, we'll give that back to him. All right, now the good news is on the training, this would have not happened to you because, again, we don't play every hand. We do go with triggers, okay? All right, so now we're even, all right? So now is when I'm going to become a little more aggressive. Now, I'm not going crazy. I know I'm on a losing streak. I realize that. Okay, I'm going to go with 1 black unit. I'm perfectly even. So it's like starting all over. The most that we've been up is 2 black units. So I'm going to go with the chop for 1 black unit. Okay, a 2 against the 6. Now, this is bad because I only would get half of what the unit size is. All right, so I'm only going to get half. So yes, it's a victory, but unfortunately it's only 2 green. So right now we are only up 2 green units right now. Okay, so we are correct. All right, now here I'm going to go with the chop, and I'm going to use my 2 green units that I'm up. Okay, we have a 6 against the 2. Oh, we have an 8. This one has an 8 against the 6. So we're gonna lose there. And once again, we're back to being even, okay? We're back to being even. So this was a drop. Okay, now I really like this spot right here for the chop. Okay, so we are even. So we'll go with 2 units on the chop, 2 green. Okay, we have a 4 and we have a 3 right here. This is a 3 against the 4. We have a 9. We have a 5. So we are going to get that one, and once again, we're back up those 2 green units. Okay, so we'll put these back, and we get 2 green that were actually up. And once again, I like that spot right there, okay? Now, I also like this spot for a chop as well. We're going to use our 2 green that were up, and we're going to go with the chop. Okay, player, well, ooh, that's a tough score right there. That's a 7 against the 4. And that's it. So once again, we go back to even. Okay. And that is going to drop. Okay, I like the chop here. Okay, so right now I'm even. I'm going to go 2 on the chop. Okay, that's a 7 against the 9. So we're going to get that victory. and we go right back being up 2 units. So we're just hanging in there, and what we're gonna do, we got a banker here on a chop, okay? Now I like the chop again. I'm gonna use my 2 units to go with the chop. Four against a 3. Okay, we reduced it to a 3. And they have a 9. Oh, wait. That was a... Wait. Okay, so this is a 3. Yeah, that's a 9. Okay, so once again, we're back to even. Okay, so here's what happens when I experience this, okay? I'm not discouraged. I'm not upset with myself. Guys, we're winning 50% of the time. What's happening is we're being very careful. We're not trying to go up too much. We're not playing a martingale. We're not losing and then going up bigger. Losing and going up bigger. If we were, we would be winning. But what we're doing is we're being cautious, okay? So I'm not worried about anything that we're doing. So there's a couple things that you can do. You can increase your first start amount. And you do the same way, but you just play at a bigger amount on your sizing. Because when you get one victory, you could just take it and get off. Okay? So in this particular spot, I absolutely love the chop. Okay, I absolutely love the chop. So what I'll do, I'm even right now, is I'll go with 1 black unit. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, whether we win or we lose, I'm going to show you what I mean. All right, so we're going to go with the chop. Okay, we have a 0 for player. We have a 4, and we have a 1. So it does not hit. We stay with the 4 because this third card is a 1. And when this is a 1, there is no more hit. We get the victory. Okay? So guys, that's a perfect example of trying to tell you there's no reason for you to panic or force things because it keeps going back and forth. Listen, back and forth is not a bad thing. It means that you're winning 50% and you're playing very, very smart chip management or unit size management, okay? So just like that, you're up the 1 black unit. The most that we've been up was 2 black units. That's it, okay? So once again, that drop worked for us, or the chop worked. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our chop right here. So it carries from here to here, okay? So it's gonna go this way because we're gonna try to get off this table now, okay? All right, so I'm going to definitely go with the chop, okay? There's no reason for me not to do anything but the chop because this is a chop board. What is another way that you could play this board? The second drop. Second drop, 1, second drop 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 lost, and then this one, second drop lost. So technically, the second drop would be smart here. It would be a smart decision to do the second drop. We're just going to go with the chop, okay? It's no big deal. Overall, it's a chop board. And especially in the last 25% of this shoe has been a chop board. All right, so we'll go with the chop. No big deal, because we don't have anything to lose. We're even. We're up 1. This is it. All we're doing is just pressing our profit. And look at that. Look at that. It's over. Okay, so just like that, we got back the 2 black units that we were up before. Just like that, and we get that chop. And a lot of people would have lost there. A lot of people would have lost there because they're looking at what player or what banker did last time. So this is what they're doing. They're saying, oh, banker dropped, banker dropped, banker dropped. Banker did not drop, and this time it's going to drop. And they would have been wrong. Maybe they would have been right. We don't know. There really wasn't an incorrect decision there, you know, because no one can know what it is. All we can do is use triggers and mathematics in our favor, okay? All right, so now, this is an interesting spot, okay? This is an interesting spot. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get off the table. That's what I would do as a player. I have I have several options. Option one is I can leave with the 2 black units. This is free groceries. It's free groceries. I can go up and get myself a free dinner and still have enough for some free groceries for the next 2 days. Okay? And I can do that. It's already locked up. It's already guaranteed. Okay? The other option is I could just use 1 green unit to continue if I want to. Okay? Or I could go half. I could say I'm going to keep 1 black unit and I'm going to go ahead and use 1 more black unit. If I win, great. I'm going to leave with 3 black units. If I lose, I'm still going to leave with something, okay? Or I could try the whole thing and then I'm leaving with 4. If I don't succeed, I'm okay with leaving even, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with 1. That way, I am going to have something for my time, okay? Something for my time, all right? If I win, great. So we're going to go with the chop. We've been doing the chop the whole time, so we're going with the chop. Okay, we're probably going to lose here, but you never know. There's a 4. Okay, we got a 7. Oh my God, we tied it. Holy crap. That was a beautiful card for us. A 4 would have been even better, but we'll take that one. Hey, we'll take that one, okay? All right. Okay, so we're just going to act like it never happened. A lot of you guys are afraid of ties, and you say, oh, tie, I'm going to take this one off, or it's going to go the opposite way. Man, nobody knows that crap. There's no such thing. Okay? In this case, it did, because we're in big trouble here. All right, so there it is. Fair and square. We lost fair and square. Okay? And here's what we got to show for it. Not a great day. I'm not going to lie. But guys, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You guys try to go there and you go way too crazy, man. So I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to share something with you. This is a true story. I was playing craps one day, and the guy to my right, maybe he's watching, I don't know. He subscribed to my channel. He was playing, and I literally watched him go through $2,000. He went through $2,000 at the craps table in like 20 minutes. So all his chips were gone, and he couldn't even play anymore. He was just sitting there watching me at that point. And I said, you know, what you need to do is go small, make a profit, and then only use your profits to play. And he said, yeah, but what am I going to do with that a small amount? I'm not going to really make a lot. That was his answer. And I said, well, if I could give you your $2,000 right now, if I was to give it to you back, plus the 2 black units in profit, or the 1 black unit, we'll use our example. We have 1 black unit of profit today, right? And a lot of you guys out there are watching going, whoopee-doo. You're teaching people and you only won 1 black unit? That's not the point. That doesn't matter. It's not about how much you do every single day. It's about when you manage your money, when you manage your units correctly, you're saving a lot. And you're winning a lot that way by keeping them in your rack, okay? So I said to the guy, if I give you the 2,000 back plus the one black profit, the one black chip unit profit, would you do that deal? Would you be happy? He said, yes, because I'd have my 2,000 back. So his focus was the dollar, the amount. Giving him 2,000 was a lot. So he looked at the prize bigger, okay? He didn't focus on the one black unit. He focused on getting all of the units back that he failed with and lost and was reckless with. But what I said to him, you are making 21 black units because you got to keep everything that you had and it's going in your pocket plus this one little black one. And when I explained it to him that way, he really understood. Okay, now guys, we could have been more aggressive. We could do that, but you're not. You would be missing the point. Okay? Remember, we're playing every hand. We're doing exactly the opposite of what the training teaches you. Okay? Training teaches you to use triggers. We're not doing that. It's a free tutorial. However, you're benefiting by the unit sizing. Okay? So, hey, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Don't get greedy. Do not get greedy in this game. Take what they give you. And when things are going wrong, go smaller. Things are going wrong. Go smaller. Things are going wrong. Go smaller. Things are going wrong. I'm going to leave. I only am down that. I don't like the way that I'm feeling. I don't feel it today. Everything I select is the opposite. I feel jinxed. It's totally normal. Where you are successful is you're only giving up a small amount and you're living to play another day. You understand? You're gonna win in the long run with unit sizing management and learning the correct way to beat these guys. Okay? Guys, if you go to jimmymastery.com, it supports the channel. You'll be happy that you got the training. You'll increase your win rate by 33%. Those are facts. Those, again, that get it, understand that. And what it takes about 20 minutes to an hour to process your order. And remember, guys, it's buy one, get one free right now. I never do that. I never do that. Like, it's a crazy deal. So you get that all the way to the end of the year. All the way to the end of the year. I'm doing a special for you guys, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Little Sweet Pea over here to my left is chilling out, and hopefully you can see him. And he wants to wish you guys a happy holiday season, and he wants to thank you for all the time you guys support the channel. Hit that like button before you go, and I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Have a wonderful day, and good luck at that casino. You guys can beat them. Do it.